bit of traction there. It is cold. It's only like 45 degrees out, and these tires, these are the stock tires from the car, and it's got 30-something thousand miles on them, so it's not quite down to the wear bar yet, but it's getting close. So I think once these tires are ready to go, which will be soon, we're gonna throw on some, I'm thinking maybe some NT05s, or maybe like an R888, because I know those are really, really good tires. So I've got a few friends that ran them, and traction's great. Now, they don't last very long, but as with anything, if it's good, it's never gonna last. So basically just a stock Charger. It's a 2017 Scat Pack. It's got the, well, not Scat Pack, it's a Daytona edition, which for most of you out there probably aren't going to know the difference. Daytona was a edition that they came out, I think, in 2017. I don't know everything about it. I know that the Scat Pack and the Daytonas are very similar as far as options go. This one's got pretty much all the options as an SRT, except for it doesn't have the magnetic ride control. Obviously the steering wheel is different, and it doesn't have the adaptive cruise control. So as far as that goes, everything else though, like heated cooled seats, heated steering wheel. It does have the track pack, which I like, because it's got the 6-piston Brembos, and you also get a few different options down here, so you can go into the track settings and go on to the loadout and set up launch control. You can't control the suspension or dampen anything like that, but you can control the launch control. You can control a few other things. You got like your sport button and all that, which isn't all that new, but it's fun. I enjoy it. But yeah, overall I like this car. It's been a good car. We bought it a year ago, and funny thing is I was originally going to keep my 300 SRT, which we had bought, and I'd only had it for like 6 months, and then my buddy had this car up for sale, and I was like, you know, I'll go check it out. You know, it's not something that I'm really in the market for, but I drove it, and that new 8-speed, oh, it's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, she goes pretty good for stock. It's not bad. I did run, I ran at the track, I did 12.2 at 114 on drag radials. I was cutting like a 1.7 60 foot, so it wasn't too bad. Sport, and then hold the traction control button off. There you go. So here's a little, we'll do a second gear at about 40. Not too bad. For stock, it's pretty quick, and it's comfortable. It's not bad for a daily driver. I really have no complaints on the car, really, other than the gas mileage isn't great, but you don't buy a V8 for great gas mileage. Although I will say, when me and my wife, so we moved from Idaho down to Oklahoma, and we drove this car the whole way down. I pulled the trailer with a car, another car we have on it, and I drove the big moving truck, and she drove this, and we averaged, by the end of it was like 1,500 miles from Idaho down to here, and by the end of it we averaged 30.2 miles a gallon. I will admit though, I did notice one thing. When you're driving, if you set the cruise control on and it's over long distances, your average mile per gallon actually goes down a little bit. I was at like 28, 29 miles a gallon, with the cruise control on. I mean, it's not a substantial difference, but when I took it off, because I drove like the last 100 or 200 miles in this car after like 14 or 1,300 miles in the Penske truck, I was like, I've had enough. I mean, the ride was horrible. It didn't have AC. Like, it was just a miserable experience. So finally, I was like, you know what? The last 100 miles or so, I was like, you drive it. I gotta take a break. And so I got in here, and when I was driving it, took the cruise control off, and I mean, I was just babying it up and down the hills, and I hit 30.1 or 30.2 miles a gallon in a V8 Charger. It was going into the Eco, the 4-cylinder mode quite often, which I was trying to keep it there as long as I could, because I knew if it kicked over into the V8 mode, my gas mileage would just tank. But I was pretty impressed, I must say. I did not think I would ever see that 30 miles plus on a 17 Charger with a 6.4 Hemi.